Hello, I'm Michael Campbell. I'm the President and Senior Automation Engineer for MC Engineering.
All right. So you said Senior Automation Engineer. What is automation solutions, or what are automation solutions?
So automation solutions can be a wide range of things. It can be as simple as a basic conveyor transporting material from one place to another, or a full turnkey process machine where we're doing several steps to make and manufacture a component.
All right. What are several of the solutions that you offer your customers?
So we offer several facets in our business. We have a full CNC shop over there with Craig, our mechanical engineer and machinist. And then we have automated solutions and control panels over here with me. Then we both go out and consult with various clients. And then we also offer turnkey machines where actually we'll build and assemble a full machine here in the shop and perform whatever operations our customer needs. Or sometimes our customers just need an upgrade to an existing machine, and we can do those as well.
And you offer both mechanical and electrical solutions, correct?
Correct.
All right. So what are some of the mechanical solutions that you offer to your customers?
Well, mostly for mechanical solutions, we offer the CNC shop. So if somebody designs a component, we can actually manufacture that for them out of the various materials.
All right. And what are some of the capabilities that you have over there in the CNC shop?
So in terms of capability, we have full CNC mill, full CNC lathe, then we actually have a manual mill and a manual lathe. Then we have full welder capabilities, MIG and TIG. And then we have the plasma table, our latest edition, and that allows us to quickly cut out materials.
Yep. So with the cutting out the materials, does that mean you can actually prototype fixtures?
Exactly.
All right. And I know there's no time frame for it, but what would you say is a general ballpark as far as a time when a customer would come to you to final solution? Like, do you have like a window, or how do you go about that?
We don't, because sometimes it's just a site visit where we can actually provide some essentially good information in a visit and allow them to change their existing system to get them on down the road and have a good solution in hand.
Right.
Whereas if they're building a full machine with us, we're going to have the quoting process, design reviews, and we'll actually make them a turnkey machine. And that's anywhere from weeks to several months, depending on the size of the machine.
Right. So now, are you a machinist or an electrical engineer?
I'm an electrical engineer. So I dabble a little bit in mechanics because I'll come up with an idea with a client, and I always tell the clients, hey, this is just a concept. My mechanical engineer, Craig, the C in MC Engineering, he's going to find a really good mechanical solution for you.
So what are some of the solutions you've offered as an electrical engineer to some of your past clients?
Well, a lot of times what we offer, or what I offer, is really dependent on what they need. So some clients need just a control panel. At that point, maybe they do some of the mechanical work in-house, and we can supply the control system. So that would be something that I would offer to our clients.
What would you say is, like, as an electrical engineer, I know it's a love and it's a passion for you, but why do you love doing what you do so much?
Well, we're really tied into the solution. We're not really selling a widget, we're selling a solution. So that can be a very small project or a very large project, but we really like to build things, and I've always enjoyed that. And now that we're on our own doing it for our clients, we really enjoy that. And every day is a new adventure because you never knew who your client's going to be.
So you don't know who your client's going to be. What if your client has an existing machine? Can you integrate any of your technology into their current framework?
Definitely. That's actually what we have here. This is a machine vision system by Cognex, and we've actually integrated that on existing equipment. And that allows the equipment to maybe do what it's continually doing or has been doing, and add the added capability of adding a quality step, and this can actually do inspection and make sure the products are good products.
So we're talking about electrical engineering. What software platforms are you using to assist with the solutions for your clients?
Excellent. We use several. We've used Rockwell, we've used IDEC, we've used Automation Direct, Panasonic, and even a little Siemens most recently. So we're really not tied to any one manufacturer. It just depends what's good for our clients and what's good for the solution.
Mm-hmm. So it sounds like many of your solutions may be cost effective for your customer versus just looking at your bottom line.
Correct. I mean, you may have an application where it's a very basic application. It really doesn't make sense to put a 1,000 horsepower engine when you need 100 horsepower. And that's where a smaller PLC platform would be beneficial to the client and beneficial to cost.
Okay. So you mentioned the term PLC. What does the acronym PLC or HMI stand for?
PLC is Programmable Logic Controller, and that's the brain of a machine. And then HMI is Human Machine Interface, and that's the touch panel that allows the operator to program and run the machines.
Okay. Now, without name dropping or giving away, a client's personal information, can you tell me of a success story that you've had, whether it be with a PLC or HMI for a client?
Sure. A lot of our machines use these devices, and basically our first machine, it's on our website, you can see a picture of it. It's a salsa machine, salsa mixer, and we made this in 2009, and it's a very basic machine. It just raises and lowers a mixing head and turns on the motors, and that solution is in a really challenging environment because the washdown and the humidity and the acidity of the tomatoes, and it's still running great after 8 years plus.
Right. So that's 8 years. So how long have you been an automation engineer?
Actually, I've been an automation engineer for, about 24 years.
Wow. Yep. So then you've got a lot of experience and stories to share.
Sure.
Yep. So you told me one of the big pieces here is to offer solutions. So what does solution mean to you?
Well, solution means to me is when we visit a client and they say, hey, we want to automate, there's a good way and a bad way to automate. So a good way would be, hey, you need to move this material or you need to process this material. Let's focus on that and solving that issue. Whereas bad automation would be, hey, I want to sell you lots of things. Here's a big giant quote for lots of things, and they may not need those things.
Right. So for a client, please educate me. What would be the process you would recommend to anybody if they're going to look to work with an automation specialist?
Well, the key is, have they been around a little while? Do they have experience? Are they listening to your problems and trying to apply a good solution? And does it feel good? Mm-hmm. And then, is it a quick thing where you need to make a quick decision, or are they willing to work with you and design and come up with a really good solution?
Mm-hmm. And what do you feel makes you and your brother Craig so unique in this industry, in this field?
Well, we don't have a large sales force. We don't have lots of technicians. What makes us unique is when you design the solution with us, we're the people that actually implement that design.
And then once we get to the design, process here, what would you say, what's the range and scope of some of the projects that you've worked on?
Well, we've designed about 3 dozen prototypes for inventors, and then we've done small fixtures for injection molding houses, and then we've designed 37 feet process machines. So it really depends on the client, and we custom tailor each solution for that particular client, what their needs are.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much for doing this interview here. If someone feels like they need to just, contact you, what's the best way to reach MC Engineering?
You can go to our website at mcengineeringinc.com, or feel free to give me a call, 314-456-7567.
Perfect.
My name is Craig Campbell. I am the Senior Mechanical Engineer for MC Engineering. I take care of all the mechanical designs for our projects. I work with my brother Michael Campbell. He is the Senior Electrical Engineer, and together we work together to build automation solutions for companies.
Okay. So for somebody like me who doesn't really understand it, what are automation solutions?
Automation solutions could mean a lot of things. We really try to paint the umbrella of that term. It could mean you have a piece of equipment that doesn't work well and you want us to come in and fix it. Mm-hmm. It may mean you have a piece of equipment that doesn't work well and you want to take it out of production. You want us to rehab it, essentially take it down to its bare bones, put it back together with better parts, newer hardware, newer electrical components that are safer. It could mean you have a widget that you need machined, You know, if you need a coin made,
Mm-hmm.
we make coins. We have a kind of a full small-scale machine shop in-house to make anything we want. It could mean you have a piece of equipment that's not working well with your product, and it may need a minor program change, and my brother takes care of more of the electrical programming side of it. So it really could be a lot of things, and we really don't try to paint ourselves into a corner. I do a lot of machining work for different utility companies.
Mm-hmm.
Will bring me a part off some pipeline that, hey, this company's out of business, I can't get it, can you make me one? So I do a lot of that type of work.
So do you have solutions for every problem?
No.
Okay. So if someone comes in right now, they have an automation, let's say, opportunity.
Uh-huh.
What's the process? What should they do?
The first thing we do is we try to get as much information from that customer to really understand what is your project. You know, how are they trying to, you know, maybe they're currently doing it this way. That involves a lot of labor. They're trying to free up some labor cost. We just try to get as much information as we can, and then Mike and I will typically come back and sit down and just literally start spitballing. Well, if they put a conveyor in between two people, now that person doesn't have to get up to take the parts from here to there. Just putting in a simple conveyor can be an automation solution. So we just try to get as much information as we can to help them.
All right. What would you say makes you and your brother so unique compared to there's different engineering firms out there?
One of the things that really sets us apart is because we're such a small company, he and I are kind of the main guys that get things done. We have different contractors that we can use if we take on a really large project that requires a lot of extra just labor hours to get things done. We have different people that we can pull in as subcontractors to help us complete a project. But he and I have both been in our prospective trades for many years. I was in aerospace for almost 20 years. He's been an electrical engineer and automation, PLC programming and that type of stuff for over 20 years. So between the two of us, there's not much we can't handle in that field.
Nice. Now, I don't want to have you name drop, but can you maybe tell me a story of just a unique opportunity where a client came to you and you're able to solve their solution to where they were just extremely happy with the results of working with you and your brother Mike?
Sure. Gosh, we've dealt with so many different companies. We've been doing this since 2009 officially. We did have it as a part-time job for a while, and here in the last few years it's been our full-time job. We had one customer in particular that comes to mind. They were ready to spend a lot of money to solve a problem. They had an airline issue. They were ready to buy new air compressors and new piping and new air tanks, several different things to solve their problem. And we went in on site and evaluated what the problem was, and the ultimate solution didn't involve spending a dime. It literally was making a minor adjustment to one of their pieces of equipment that was consuming a lot of air. We turned the air regulator down a little bit, and all their problems went away, and it didn't cost them anything. So for them, they were extremely happy because they were ready to bite off several $1,000s of hardware to solve this problem, and it ended up costing them nothing. The advantage for us is they saw that we weren't there to sell them anything. We were there to solve the problem. So from that, we've since then done more work for them because they said these guys want to help us solve the problem. They're not looking to try to sell us anything.
So is that your customer service philosophy, be there for the customer versus just think of them as a dollar sign or a bottom line figure?
Yeah. We kind of run our business by two tenets. The first one is we'd rather turn you down than let you down.
Okay.
And the second is we're going to knock it out of the park. If I don't think I can get an A+ on the job, I don't want it. You know, if I am that customer supplier to you that comes in and just does mediocre work and gets the C average, that's no fun for you and it's no fun for me. I go to sleep every night knowing I did the best I could and my customer's happy with what I did.
What's the best way for people to reach out to you if they've got an automation, like I said, opportunity, I like to call it that? What's the best way they can reach out to you and your brother Mike?
The best way to reach out to us, you can email us either through our website or call us.